nice bit of energy this afternoon. It is currently March 20th, okay, March 20th, 2019. And one of my clients slash friends recently told me, hey Oz, you know, I love the fact that you're being consistent on your YouTube channel. You're making videos every day, but why don't you put some content out about digital marketing? Okay, so I said, you know what, let's make that happen right now. So this is what I call a holistic marketing package, okay, or strategy or approach. And why does every business need it? So before we get into the specifics as to what a holistic marketing strategy is, let's address the elephant in the room, okay? How much should a business invest into digital marketing? So for starters, there's a rule of thumb which applies to businesses under $1 million in gross revenue. And that should be about 5 to 10% of their intended revenue should be allocated for marketing purposes. So what does that translate to? I'm terrible at math, but I'm going to do my best to use simple math, all right? So 10%, let's say your business goal is $1 million in gross revenue per year. 10% of that is $100,000, okay? 5% of that is $50K. So let's go with the conservative amount, $50,000. You take $50,000 and you divide it evenly between 12 months. I'm going to do that now, all right? 50K, remember, I'm terrible with math. Don't judge me. You have approximately $4,166 and change. So let's leave it at 4K, all right? So you take $4,000 per month. That's how much you should be allocating towards all marketing, not just digital marketing, all marketing. So what is all marketing? It could be wrapping your vehicle, okay? Let's say you have your car and you're gonna wrap the car with a design that exposes your business and promotes it. That's one method. That's a one-time cost, unless you toss the actual cost of the vehicle in there. That could be a marketing. Let's say you own a performance shop for vehicles and you have a tricked out, I don't know, Dodge Hellcat, and that car, the lease on it is $700 a month, plus you throw a wrap on there, and so on and so forth. So you dock that from your budget, okay? But let's be practical. Let's talk about, let's say you own a restaurant, right? And you want to make gross revenue $1 million a year. So you have 5%, $4,000. How can you divvy that up, right? So knowing that you have a $4,000 budget and we want to apply a holistic marketing strategy, what would that consist of? So you want your local marketing, okay? Some people want to just go all digital. So you could do local SEO, you could run Facebook ads, right? You could also do PPC, which is pay-per-click on Google AdWords. And additionally, you could also do emails. I mean, I'm not too big on email, so I'm not going to go ahead and tread in there because it's not my wheelhouse. Although there are still some companies that have very, very good results with email campaigns. So the holistic, right? Think of a circle, and you have the beginning part of the marketing strategy, which is raise awareness. On any brand, regardless of what it is, or whatever products you're selling or services you're offering, especially in a startup, and what I mean by a startup is any company, in my opinion, that's younger than 5 years old. That, in my eyes, is a startup. If you are less than 5 years old as a business, you are still, in my opinion, considered a startup. So you need to raise brand awareness, okay? And the only way you can raise, well, there's many ways you can raise brand awareness. Some of them are free, okay? If you have a team, take your team on select days, excuse me, have them go to your local mall, make flyers, and have them be tactical, all right? The old school marketing methods still work. Face-to-face still works. But a lot of people are scared of face-to-face. We're becoming introverts, okay? We don't necessarily have the guile to go out into a social setting if it's not through this, okay? Go out into your mall with a bundle of flyers and walk up to people one by one. Hey, good morning. My name is Ozzy. I so happen to work for such and such company. Here's a coupon for whatever it is you're doing, or here's a flyer about what we do, and then you take it from there. You have to feel the people that you're interacting with. If they don't want to, if they don't want your information or you to bother them, that's fine. Don't be that guy or girl that pushes over. Just let them be. You can't, Gary Vaynerchuk says it the best, you can't sell the unsellable. And I don't know where he got it from, but I'm going to plug him in because that's what's relevant to me right now. So moving forward, if you have a very tight budget, you can do that. You could just go out into the mall with a stack of flyers. A stack of 5,000 flyers might cost you $500, and that's 5,000 opportunities you have to make your business known. So what else? Okay, you're raising brand awareness. You can do that by Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads. All right, commercials. Yes, those are expensive. So I wouldn't waste money on an actual commercial unless it's dirt cheap. Billboards, okay? Do billboards still work? Sometimes. I'm not saying it always works, but it's another way of marketing. That's all part of raising brand awareness, okay? Word of mouth. You'll be amazed as to how many people discredit word of mouth. If you are a business, word of mouth should be one of your primary focuses. Are you offering great products? Are you offering great service? Do you have great prices? Do you have amazing availability? Take all of that, leverage it, and then tell your current clients, hey guys, hey gal, can you do me a favor? And if we do a good service for you, let your friends know that we're looking for more customers. Normally, when you have somebody who's, for example, in the restaurant industry, they more than likely know other people also in the restaurant industries. Why, you may ask? Because sometimes these business owners go to conventions, or they go to the depot where they buy, for example, in a restaurant business, that they buy their restaurant supplies, or they buy their food. And that is a social spot for that type of business owner. So they more than likely know, John or Sally or Joe or Juan that owns XYZ restaurant, and if they're happy with your service, I guarantee you they won't mind putting in a good word for you. So that's another way to raise brand awareness that a lot of people take for granted, and it doesn't cost you a thing except a couple of minutes of your time. Now that we understand the first part of the cycle, this is a 4-part cycle, okay? The first part is raising brand awareness. We have to direct that traffic somewhere. Are you going to have somebody call you? Are you going to have somebody send you an email? Are they going to go onto your website and subscribe? What exactly is it that this person is going to do once you are raising that brand awareness? Are you doing it in person? Do you have a little card that you want them to fill out with their lead information or their contact information? These guys are the things that a lot of people don't focus on. They want exposure, but then what are you going to do with it? Okay? How are you going to convert that person? How are you going to either sell them a product or take that information in and have it for another day where you could then go ahead and contact them, right? There's many parts of this. It's not just one facet of the circle. It's not just one side of it. It's the whole thing. If not, this wheel's not going to roll, or this business is not going to roll out. Third. So we already have raised brand awareness. The second part is, where are we directing this traffic to, and is it optimized, right? So let's talk about digital. Website, okay? Is your website optimized? Is your user experience that with very little steps to get them to provide you with the outcome that you want, which is, if you're selling something, have them add it to cart and check out. If you're offering a service, you want them to contact you with their lead information, okay? With their like, let's say you're a pool builder. Okay, here's my website that I'm driving traffic to it, running Facebook ads, for example. They see the Facebook ad, they like it. They go ahead and they click learn more, or message us now, or contact us. It takes them to a landing page which has been optimized. They see all the information, all that's there, and then they go ahead and they put in their information. What happens next? You get that information and then you contact them, okay? Does it end there? Absolutely not. So we have raised brand awareness, direct the traffic somewhere, meaning once you raise, if it's on paper, what do? You capture it manually, then you contact them. If it's on a digital platform, it's to get them to make a actual purchase or contact. Now, third part of it, evaluate. Did it happen? Did you close this customer? Yes or no? If you did not close them, it's not all lost. As long as you have the information, as long as your website's properly set up for retargeting, you can retarget that customer. And through persistence, right? Have you ever thought about how exactly people find you? Oh, they found me. I saw a pair of shoes and all of a sudden I'm seeing the shoes everywhere. It's not that they're finding you. It's not that they're stalking you. They're using retargeting efforts. They're using cookies and or a Facebook pixel to show you these things and become omnipresent. So did they convert? Did your outcome get met? Did they buy the thing that you wanted to sell them? Did they sign up for more information or sign up for your service, download that ebook, etc., etc., etc.? No? Let's start retargeting, okay? You do that by Google Ads, right? Or Facebook Pixel. When they land on that website, you take that data, okay? And then you can retarget them. How do you do it when you're not doing it digitally? Okay? If you are efficient and you take these handwritten leads that you're getting, always make an emphasis. Always make an emphasis to ask them for an email. If they don't give you an email, be new tech, okay? Be new school. Hey, let me get your number. I'm gonna go ahead and send you a text. Be weird. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. If the person's giving you their time, chances are they're interested. Let me send you a quick text so you have my contact info. Boom, boom, boom. You send them a text, you're going to hear their phone ping. Bing. You already know that that's a validated lead, that they're not giving you some bogus rejection hotline number. You know what I mean? So take advantage of that. Now, I am going to give you guys a story about a gentleman by the name of Steve. Okay? I'm not going to mention what company he works at, but Steve, and this is a real guy. His name's actually Steve. Steve was after me at my day job to sell me a service that we use in our waiting room for our visitors for close to a year. This guy, Steve, would call me every week, sometimes once, sometimes twice. And over time, he called so many times that we just broke. We said, you know what? All right, let's try it out. And our customers don't mind it. You know, they enjoy it, and it's a little bit more exposure in our waiting room. What it is, it's basically like a perimeter on our TV that we could, you know, list out all our other offerings. I work at a tire distributor. On top of that, we do have a small retail section. So it's good to remind our customers that aside from tires, we also do brakes, we do other general service, and so on and so forth. Now, very, very, very important. He never gave up. That's the same as retargeting your customers through AdWords or through Facebook Pixel. Now, what does the retargeting do? Okay, it starts the raise brand awareness cycle part again. And it's continuing until they convert. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Oz, what do I do if they do convert? That's where your basically your thank you page, right? Your purchase completion page, however you want to describe it as. Once they purchase, or once you get that information, that contact information needs to be optimized in a friendly manner so that this person feels that they invested their money properly. Also, you could also continue to raise more brand awareness through email after the purchase. So let's say you're in e-commerce. Once the person already purchased, not immediately after. I mean, it's your prerogative. You could do immediately after if you want to. Hey, thank you so much for your purchase. Here's 10% off of your next purchase for being one of our loyal customers. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You know what your profit margins are, and you know how much you could give or take. So that might help. Or refer a friend, get 20% off, right? Especially if you know that your product niche is repetitive in nature. You want to have a bigger client base, right? If you have recurring transactions, right, you want to have, even if it costs you 20%, okay, even if it costs you 10%, whatever it is, you acquire that customer through a referral. And it's a one-time thing. It's not like if you're going to give it every time. It's not an endless use coupon or promotional code. It's a one-time thing. So I've covered a lot of things, and I'm getting really into it, and I think I might later on break it down into multiple videos, but this is kind of like a whole, not an elevator pitch. I mean, unless we're in a 500-story building or whatever, but this is kind of like start to finish what every business right now should be modeling, what they should be focusing on. And the most, I'm sorry I didn't even start with this, but the most important thing that a lot of businesses need right now, which I know that they are not even focusing on, and that is patience. Okay? Businesses today can be remarkably rewarding. Businesses today can overnight, legitimately, I'm talking about from one day to the next, go viral, and you're in it. But sometimes it takes longer. Okay? You can look up any successful business that started online right now, and there is going to be a window of 2 to 5 years of basically stagnancy, and then all of a sudden it just hits traction. It's not that it just hits, but it's just what it is. If you stick it through, you stay lean in the beginning, you don't get what I call obese, right? Corporately, you don't start getting the Ferrari. You don't, go and move into a 15,000 square foot building. You stay as lean as you can and work with what you got. And all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but after due time, if your product is good, and obviously, how Gary says it, the market is the market. If the market says that you are good and that you are worthy of the business of the market, guys, you have nothing to worry about. You will gain enough market share to make a nice living. But you got to be patient. You can't start something and then stop, or put a little bit into this and then stop. You have to see things through. A business, especially online, is synonymous with going to the gym. Okay? You can't just go one day and expect amazing results. You might feel good in the moment, but if you only go one day, that's it. You only went one day. That's it. Now, if you go once a week, you might see a little bit of results here and there. You might feel a little bit of better mood and so on and so forth. Now, if you go every day, you'll see more results. Now, if you go every day and your food is bad, that's a whole different story. But you guys know what I mean. It's consistency and patience. Consistency and patience, they go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other, especially in today's day and age. And this is ruining it for a lot of people, and we have to realize that we need to tone it back a notch. And what I mean by tone it back a notch, we have to realize that although this can help us grow really fast, even though we're used to getting things at the at our disposition, on our fingertips, or even asking, hey Google, search such and such, we have to take it back a second and realize that in our business, we need to be patient. I'll leave you with that, guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for taking your 20 some odd minutes to listen to this. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I do upload new content, which I should be back into it. Should start loading up again every day. And also, my ask, right? I just provided you with what I believe is some good value. Share it. Please, it takes no time. Send it, just share it onto your Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Whatever it is. Donate your Instagram link to my video for one day. That's all I'm asking, okay? One day. I greatly appreciate you guys, and nothing but the best. Stop being stagnant.